Imagine walking through a neighborhood and seeing Japanese lanterns hanging over the street, Japanese supermarkets, Japanese restaurants, Buddhist temples, and then looking around and realizing you're not in Japan. You're in São Paulo, Brazil. Brazil is home to the largest Japanese community outside of Japan. We're talking about nearly 2 million people of Japanese descent, more than the entire population of cities like Kyoto or Nagasaki, and almost nobody outside Brazil knows this story. So today, let's fix that. To understand how this happened, you need to go back to the early 1900s and to two countries that were both desperate. Japan, in the Meiji era, was going through a massive transformation. The country was modernizing fast. The rural population was exploding, farmland was scarce, and millions of farmers were struggling to survive. The government had a problem: too many people, not enough land. Meanwhile, on the other side of the world, Brazil had a different crisis. For centuries, coffee plantations had been powered by enslaved labor. But in 1888, Brazil abolished slavery. Suddenly, plantation owners in São Paulo were desperate for workers. Someone had an idea. What about Japan? In 1907, Brazil and Japan signed an official immigration treaty, and on June 18, 1908, a ship called the Kasato Maru docked at Santos. On board, 781 Japanese passengers, mostly farmers and their families. The Japanese government had told them Brazil was a land of opportunity. The reality was very different. When they arrived, housing was poor, the food was unfamiliar, and the language barrier was total. But most of them stayed because going back to Japan empty-handed wasn't an option. That stubbornness, that gaman, would end up shaping a country. That first group was just the beginning. Between 1908 and 1941, nearly 190,000 Japanese made the same journey. Then came World War II. Brazil entered the war against Japan. Suddenly, Japanese immigrants were classified as citizens of an enemy nation, and yet they stayed. After the war, immigration resumed. By 1980, the majority of Japanese Brazilians had joined the urban middle class. By 1960, 10% of students at the University of São Paulo had Japanese ancestry. Today, if you want to understand what all of this looks like in practice, you go to one neighborhood in São Paulo, Liberdade. The name means liberty, and it's the cultural heart of the Japanese-Brazilian community. Nikkei food in Brazil is its own thing, a fusion that doesn't exist anywhere else. You'll find temaki rolls made with ingredients from the Amazon. The culture didn't just survive, it evolved. Now here's a twist. In 1990, Japan passed a law that gave Japanese descendants living abroad the right to work in Japan, and so began a reverse migration. Hundreds of thousands of Nikkei Brazilians went to their grandparents' homeland to work in factories. At its peak, there were over 300,000 Brazilians living in Japan. The circle of migration had completed itself. So what does all of this actually mean? Brazil is often described as a country of African and Portuguese roots, but it's also a cultural laboratory. Brazil didn't just receive immigrants, it absorbed them. The Japanese community in Brazil isn't just a transplanted piece of Japan, it's a Brazilian story. If you ever get the chance to visit São Paulo, walk through Liberdade on a Sunday morning. Eat something you can't name. Listen to Brazilian music playing inside a Japanese restaurant. And remember that this is what the world looks like when people survive. If you found this interesting, subscribe. Leave a comment. Did you know about the Japanese community in Brazil?